Welcome to Security Weekly. I am your host, Matt Alderman. I am here live at Orange Technical College. We're at the third annual C3 Cyber Challenge. Joining me for this interview is Mike Martucci. Mike, you're the one who kind of organized this whole event. This is your third year. Give us first give us a little background on the event, how it started up to today, the third annual. And then I want to kind of get a breakdown of what is actually happening today.
Sure. Thank you, Matt. Very excited to have you here at Security Weekly, being here at our third annual Capture the Flag Cyber Challenge, as we call C3. Well, I came to this campus. I came from the K-12 side of the house, was a principal at a middle school, and wanted to try something different. So I came over to this side, and I started looking at cyber, and I keep hearing about it. I've got friends that have had their accounts hacked in, and we get phishing emails. I see all this stuff happening. So and then I met with the teacher, and they were starting their first Cyber Capture the Flag Challenge. So it started out with a couple teachers, one person from the district, and 5 teams. And as I assess the landscape, I'm saying, no, there's a war on talent. There's kids that need to be aware of this to make sure that there's viable careers in an industry that's probably starving for qualified workers. So I wanted to do an awareness piece. And ever since day one, Tim, for me, it's always been equity, access, and opportunity. I look at, there's 10% of the kids may know what they want, but that other 80 to 90% of the students, they're looking for something. They're looking for some direction. So I thought if we're able to, to at least give them the experience of what cyber is in a competitive arena, to see what they see on TV and get the practice, so we may be able to generate more interest. And so then there's also the equity piece. We've got a lot of kids from low socioeconomics. Orange County Public Schools is the 8th largest school district in the United States. We're an urban school district. Over 50% of our kids qualify for free or reduced lunch. So a lot of the kids have the desire, but don't have the way to get to it. So by us hosting it and bringing a tremendous group of sponsors, we started with 0 sponsors in year 1, 16 last year, and we're over to 36 sponsors this year. And so we get the equity piece so they can get involved, and then we provide them the access, because we have them participating, and the opportunity then to further their hopes and dreams if that's what they want. We could take the program at a high school. They can come to us. We can get a certificate in it, and we have articulation agreements with colleges and universities where their college credit, they could go on to there as well.
That's great. So third annual. I think there's 6 schools participating across the state of Florida.
Yep.
17 teams, I think.
Correct. Yeah, 6 schools from all over Central Florida, 17 teams, and we're going to grow it next year. We're adding a university division. We've talked to the University of West Florida, University of Florida, University of Central Florida, and other universities. They're all on board for next year. We just got to work out the logistics to give the kids to also see what they could be in a couple of years, because we've got high school and young adults here.
Yeah, exactly. And then the competition's broken into 2 parts today.
Right.
There is the CTF, the Capture the Flag, which EC Council is sponsoring with their new CyberCube program, right? And then the second one is more of a hands-on kind of puzzle challenge, right?
Yeah. So what we have now is this. We're very fortunate to have EC Council as one of our prime event sponsor. We're piloting or beta testing their CyberCube launching. It's going to be, we think it's going to be a game changer. It's simulation based. The difficulty levels that you can do, the interactiveness, the teachers, the ease of use, challenging students where they're at, no matter what their ability levels, and stretch them. It's all good stuff. And so they'll be engaged in that, looking for access points or vulnerabilities within a system. And then part 2 is actually we're using the Storm piece. It's a hands-on demonstration piece. Every year, to improve this competition, we survey the participants, the teachers, the sponsors, and get their feedback. And what the kids wanted, they wanted a hands-on piece. So we're looking at solving puzzles through that. We'll probably bring in lock picking next year as well. Time becomes a constraint because you try to do too much. This is a vast field, but we're trying to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 2 components today. You add another one, the day gets probably a little long. But, this is a great environment here at Orange Technical College here. Talk about how Orange Technical College works with Orange County Public Schools.
Sure.
Kind of what's that relationship look like? Why here versus somewhere else, for example?
Sure. Well, Orange Technical College is part of Orange County Public Schools. Orange County Public Schools is not only a K-12 district, an A-rated district, by the way, which we're proud of on our leadership of Dr. Jenkins, Barbara Jenkins, a tremendous leader. We also have the extension piece, because when you're we're charged for Orange County Public Schools for educating our adults, both our underemployed
Okay.
underemployed and unemployed. And in that process is what the technical college started out as, but under the leadership of Dr. Mike Martucci, our associate superintendent, we've been really robust in adding a high school piece. So if you're a high school 10th grader and you want to get a degree or earn credits towards a degree in cybersecurity or get a certificate, you can come for 3 periods out of your 7 to our campus, and we'll bus you in the morning or the afternoon, depending on how your schedule works out. And we'll start laying the foundation for you in cyber. Then when you graduate high school, you could take those credits and go on to a college, or you could come here and finish up your certificate, because we'll pay for the first semester here as well. So technically, these kids can come out of high school getting a free tuition from us, write a Pell Grant and not have to pay that back and have no expenses, and graduate with a certificate in cybersecurity and not have any college debt or loan debt.
Right. And allow them to get into the workforce right away. Not every kid is made out for college. We've talked a lot about this on the shows, where, how do you get that vocational education?
Sure.
How do you bring that down into the high schools and create the next level of cybersecurity career folks that can come right out of school, or maybe have very little post education, high school education, to get into the field. This is a great platform to allow them to do that. They could also, from here, take those college credits and go to UCF, which also has a cyber program as well, right? Locally.
Valencia College.
Okay.
So you've got those opportunities, and yes, you're absolutely right. The thing is, how do you jumpstart? And there's a lot more jobs at the technician level than there is at the engineering level. So you need the people that can do the work the work. And we're pretty proud of about 75% of our content's hands-on. It's a practicum. They're working the skills, they're working with the stuff and 25% is theory-based. I'll turn it back to you on this one as I think it through. Sorry there, Matt. I'm having one. In my age, I'm getting a little old.
Oh, no worries. So this is a great venue. It's a great event. I'll be interested to see how the different teams do today, and kind of, their thoughts on the day and the competition. So I want to thank you for hosting us down here today. I'd love to get some more of the staff on, so that we can talk about the rest of this event.
Yeah, I do remember the point was Dr. Armbruster, our associate superintendent, when he got involved and looked at the high school piece, he calls it a steak and lobster. Everybody wants the steak dinner to go to college. And that's great to go to college, to have that degree, teach you how to be a critical thinker and learn how to find things by yourself and become whoever you want to be. Great skill sets. But that lobster piece is, you've got a vocational certificate that you could fall back on. So you get the boast, and I like to call it actually a Las Vegas buffet meal, because you could be anybody you want to be nowadays and have the best of every product. And so great leadership there. And if he gets by, I'll introduce him to you. But we're excited, and I hope you get the chance to talk to some of our sponsors, students, and staff.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
And thank you for what Core Security does to promote cyber awareness throughout the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening, and we'll see you shortly.